I'm a dietitian and I am answering your burning nutrition questions. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something a little bit different and a little bit fun. I'm gonna answer the top 10 most Googled nutrition questions that are out there. And I've never seen them before, so this should be fun. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name's Amy, I'm a registered dietitian. I'm the owner of Thrive Nutrition RDN, and I make videos about nutrition tips, foods for health, and lovely, yummy, nourishing recipes. I love to cook, that's a huge passion of mine, and I love to share these recipes that are good for you, but also freaking delicious too. So if you haven't subscribed, please join our group of Thrivers. YouTube tells me that 93% of you are not subscribed to our channel. We've been doing this for almost a year. Our videos are way better. Hit that subscribe button, join our group of Thrivers, and be notified when we release new videos, which happens every Thursday. And one more thing, we are still doing our cutting board giveaway. This beautiful end grain cutting board could be yours. So I'm gonna drop a link below to the entry form to enter to win this cutting board, because I wanna encourage all of you to join in these healthy habits. And wouldn't that just be like a beautiful showstopper in your kitchen? This one over here is the one I use for my cooking classes, for my videos, and I love it so much that we're giving away its twin. First question, is fruit fattening? Okay, this is a fun one to start off with because for some reason, fruit gets a bad rap in some circles on the internet, and then I'm assuming out in the world, because why is this myth out there? Fruit is not inherently fattening. Fruit does have natural sugar in it, but fruit also has fiber, which is really great for us, great for our health and our gut and all these wonderful things. So fruit, excellent. And as Americans in general, we don't eat enough of fruit. So please do not fear the fruit. Could you technically gain weight eating a whole bunch of fruit? You could if you were putting down a ton of fruit every single day, and I mean a ton. But on the surface, is fruit fattening? No. Fruit is great for you. It's packed with antioxidants. It's packed with vitamins and minerals, that fiber I just talked about, natural sugar. It's excellent for you. We should all try to get more fruit in our lives. There you go. Next question. Next. Oh, okay, love this one. What should I eat after a workout? I really love sports nutrition, so this is my jam right here. So I'm gonna answer this pretty generally because we're not talking about specific workouts, but if you're interested in that and wanna know what to eat after running track or doing football or basketball or high intensity versus low intensity, drop me a comment and I will do a video on that. So in general, when you've worked out, and I'm talking about a workout where you got your heart pumping and you worked pretty hard, you broke a sweat, this is not for doing a casual evening walk. So after a workout, we want to replenish with carbohydrates and protein. Most people just think protein must replenish with protein. Protein. But we need carbohydrates, and here's why. When we work out at high intensities, we are using glucose as our fuel. Glucose being sugar that's in our blood, and carbohydrates are the best way to replenish that. So we need carbohydrates to replenish the fuel we just burned, and then we need protein to help with muscle repair and muscle protein synthesis, because if you're working out, you want to work those muscles. We want to have carbohydrates and protein, generally that 3-to-1 carb to protein ratio. You try to have this refuel within 2 hours after your workout, ideally sooner. Ideally, think about 30 minutes after a workout, whether it's a refuel snack or a meal. Do I need to eat breakfast? Ooh, another good one. I actually get asked this pretty regularly from my clients. This question is kind of twofold. Do you need to eat breakfast? Eating breakfast helps keep our metabolism going. Research shows that it actually helps with weight management and sort of mitigating some of these things like cardiovascular disease, etc. But I'm also of the mindset that we should be kind of intuitively eating. So do you need to have some huge, massive breakfast every single morning?
But it's a good morning. Boy, it's cold out there. Well, we deserve it. We've been getting away with murder for the last couple of weeks.
No, but could you have something that is satisfying and nourishing and keeps you going? Absolutely. And if you're someone who practices fasting and that works for you and that is how you plan to eat for the rest of your life, then maybe you don't need to eat breakfast. But I love breakfast. I love the idea of having something good for you to start your day. So I'm a big fan of breakfast. Next question. Why does broccoli make my farts smell? Broccoli is awesome for us. It's packed with vitamin C, vitamin D, fiber, lots of other benefits in the antioxidants and the polyphenols in broccoli, but it does tend to make us gassy. And let me tell you why. So broccoli has a fiber in it called raffinose, and we can't fully break that down in our digestive system. So we eat our broccoli, our GI tract does its thing, and then that raffinose part makes its way to our colon where it hasn't been fully digested, fully broken down, because we can't do that. Our body doesn't have the ability to do that. So it gets to our colon, and what does the bacteria in our colon do? Well, it ferments it because it has to break it down and help us kind of pass it. So the bacteria ferments it, and that's what causes the gas. So the kind of output of that is the gas that can tend to have not so great smells. A lot of complaints I get is that broccoli, they love the taste, but it just makes people super gassy. So what I say to that is try to space out when you're having your broccoli. If you have a stir fry with broccoli on Monday and then you have leftovers for the next 3 days, that's a lot of broccoli and a lot of that raffinose in our system. It can be hard on our digestive system and cause us to be super gassy and kind of uncomfortable, which is never fun. So space it out. And if it really bothers you, but you love broccoli, just have it once a week and that should help you a lot. Next question. How much water should I drink per day? This is a great one because right now it is summer and it is hot. So we definitely need to be conscious of our water intake. There is a very simple formula that you can do to figure out how much water you yourself individually need. Take your body weight in pounds, divide it in half, and that number in ounces is how much water you should drink every single day. But let me put an asterisk to that. If you are working out really hard and sweating a lot, if you're outside in the heat and perspiring a ton, okay, Maple's letting us know her thoughts on that. Or if you're sick, we need more water. So we want to drink the amount that our body needs based on that formula I just told you, but then also think about other factors like working out, like excessive sweating, excessive perspiration. We need to replenish what we're putting out. So factor that in as well. Next question. How can I eat more healthfully? Well, I'm a dietitian. I have lots of answers for you. It depends on where you are and what your current eating patterns are. So I'm going to throw out some ideas that should help you. You can do healthy swaps, like swapping Greek yogurt for sour cream, swapping ground turkey for some ground beef in some of your dishes. The other thing you can do is plus up your meals with beans and lentils. So we know that beans and lentils are great for us in terms of their fiber and what they do for our digestive system. They also help with weight management. You can plus up meals with beans and lentils. Say you do ground turkey tacos, add some black beans to it. If you're making meatballs, you can add lentils to it. So it pluses it up, it adds fiber, and then it also extends the dish in a nice and cheap way. Other things that you can do are meal prep. I have a whole video on meal prep that should give you some ideas, and I will drop a link to it as well. But prep things, whether it's on that Sunday so that you're prepped for the whole week, or maybe you do it on Saturday or Friday, who knows, whatever works for you. But prepping helps take the last minute, not so great choices out of the equation. So if you've prepped and you have your veggies chopped, or you have healthful snacks that you've prepped, or breakfast for the week, that prep can help you eat more healthfully. Okay, next question. Should I avoid gluten? Oh, I love this one. So I have two questions for you. One, do you have celiac disease? No? Two, do you have a gluten intolerance issue? No? Then you don't need to avoid gluten. End of story. Next. Is honey healthier than sugar? Honey actually has a few more calories than white sugar, and honey has more water content than sugar. So if you're baking, it's not a 1-to-1 ratio. Just keep that in mind. Honey is a natural sugar. It comes from bees, and in that it has some wonderful natural properties that can be beneficial, like for coughs, or people take some honey that helps them with allergies. Is it healthier than sugar in terms of how it is digested and utilized in our system? Unfortunately, no. But if you want a natural sweetener with some of those other little benefits, like there are some antioxidants in honey and some other little minerals that aren't in refined white sugar, then go for it. And to add to this one, I had a nurse stop me when I worked in long-term care to ask this question. So if a nurse is asking this question, other people must have it too, so I want to share this with you. Is brown sugar healthier than white sugar? And the answer is no. Brown sugar is literally white sugar with molasses added to it. So it is not any healthier than white sugar. Okay, next question. Should I take a multivitamin? Well, I have a whole video on multivitamins and the latest research on that, so I am gonna pop a link to that, but I do want to answer this question. Multivitamins can be beneficial for a certain group of people. For people who are not able to meet all their needs through a healthy diet, for people who are the aging population, there are some small benefits related to improvements in cognition with multivitamins, and then pregnant women need that folic acid. Other than that, multivitamins have not been shown to help you live longer or help ward off diseases, so you don't need a multivitamin if you're a generally healthy adult and you can and have the means to eat a healthy diet. Next question. What is the best diet? All right, this question has a question I'm bouncing back to you. What's the best diet that will work for you and your lifestyle? Think about that. The Mediterranean diet continues to be one of the top-rated diets that you can follow. US News and Health has rated it the #1 diet for the past, several years in a row. So I really love the Mediterranean diet because it's less of a diet and more of just an eating pattern. So think about an eating pattern that you can sustainably follow. I don't love the word diet because diet implies that we're gonna go on this diet for a little bit and then go off of it because we want to go on it for a little bit to meet some sort of health goal, whether it's weight loss or body fat or muscle or whatever it is, and then we go off of it and we kind of lose those results. So think about an eating pattern that's going to be sustainable for you. Mediterranean is really flexible. There are lots of food choices. It's packed with fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, fish, red wine, if that interests you, and lots of olive oil. So if I had to choose one, I would lean people towards eating the Mediterranean way. Well, those were the top 10 most Googled nutrition questions. That was really, really fun. I hope that was helpful. I hope this was kind of fun for you as well. I just got to kind of spitball and share my thoughts on these questions. If you like this video and like this format, drop me a comment. I would love to hear about it. And if you have more questions you want me to answer in this same sort of format, you can drop it to me in the comments, or you can send me an email. It's questions@thrivenutritionrdn.com, and we will start another list. So thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Join our group of Thrivers. I would love it if you subscribe, so then you're notified when we release new videos. And you can also sign up for our email list. I do a newsletter every month where I'm sharing some nutrition and research information, recipes, all kinds of fun stuff related to food and nutrition. So again, thank you so much for watching and following along on this fun Q&A video, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, eat well, be well, thrive. Cheers.